Josh, you're live, bro.
What's up, heavy hitters? Say, I can't bring all that excitement that we did on episode 3 because the kids are in bed sleeping. And actually, your boy Lope Dog here, North Carolina's finest, he didn't want to hop on tonight, which I don't blame him because you need nights like that. But
It's
listen,
11:40 or 10:48 over here on the East Coast, bro. You
I
know,
don't, dude, that's crazy.
the hustle is real.
The hustle is real, but what you live by the following. What Gary Vee tells you is just like
Yeah.
that what 10 to 2
Uh,
hustle.
8 p.m. after the kids are bed till 2 a.m. That's time to get the shit done. You
It's
know,
time to get
it's
shit
time to
done.
get the stuff that I'm interested in done. This shit that I want to get done. That's my time to do it.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you just like pepped up a whole ton compared to when we started talking like 40 minutes ago. I think you were meant for this, but the reason that I had to tell him to hit the record button is because he's going to explain something that I can tell like he's got a really good story about. He's going to bring the heat, bring the value, but something that means something to you. So I was like, big Lope Dog, you might as well fucking record this thing
Yeah,
rather than
you're right.
explain it, 100 different times. So today we're going to talk about one thing and one thing only, and that's just how to build a business via Facebook for free. Does that sound cool?
Yeah, yeah. And I've got experience doing it. It wasn't a business for myself, but that's part of the whole story and what makes it kind of special. You just want me to sort of jump right in?
Yeah, for sure. What were
Uh,
you getting ready to tell me?
yeah, I'll lay the groundwork, man. So the story's about my sister. She is 6 years younger than me, and this was probably I could look it up and tell you the exact years, but it was probably like 10 years ago. So just imagine Facebook 10 years ago. It's kind of in its infancy.
Shit.
It's before a lot of what is known, and
Right.
I was
That,
able to.
that's just when the single like button was there, right?
Yeah,
If
like
even, I mean,
there wasn't the term influencers didn't exist. That wasn't really a thing, and like how to use them to your advantage, like
right.
wasn't really a thing. But
Probably no advertising, very, very little, I
yeah,
would say.
not that I could recall, and we put free on the title here because I never spent a penny on doing this. So, long story short, I'll go ahead and get started, man. She was a hairstylist, and she had just went to school for um, like cosmetology at some little like technical school down in Robeson County in North Carolina, sort of in the country a little bit. We were from Fayetteville. She's in a military town, and she's working at a salon. And she calls me up, and how things going, little sis? Oh, well, I'm just waiting for walk-ins. And she had never really, had like a career or like really got the ball rolling as something she was really successful at. So she looked up to me because I was her big brother, and I had done things pretty good up until that point. Went to college and got a career and started my job and was working my way to being successful. And whenever she had called me and told me she was just waiting on walk-ins, I got to thinking about like how I could help her. And I talked to my wife about it, and we put our brains together and we started thinking about ways that we could help her. And she's from a military town, and there's a lot of women in a military town, and that's what she was doing. She's coloring hair, she's styling, that's right up her alley. So
Yes. I love where this is going.
yeah,
I love it.
it's giving back to the military wives. Like my wife had watched Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama was on there, and she was talking about, I forget what the exact term was, but it was about giving back to, and I think she said something in particular about military wives. And that's whenever it was just like, bam. My sister's name is Megan. So we were going to come up with a way for her to give back to these wives. And we had come up with a name called Count on Me. So what that is if you take the word count and you capitalize the C, capitalize the U, and capitalize the T, it's a cut. So that sort of pulls out. It's a cut on me. My sister's name's Megan. It was MEE. So you can count on me, but you're gonna get a cut on me. We're gonna do a free cut, a style, and a shampoo for free for a military wife once a week. All right, and that's the way we were started. So I built this Facebook page, the banner, put the info in, and we were excited. That was a key, was just being excited, but it wasn't enough just to build a page and call it count on me and that's it. You had to spread the word. Well, how the heck do you spread the word? So this is where like the influencers come in. There wasn't influencers. And if you want to stop me and ask questions, feel free, Josh.
Okay, that's always tough. I don't want to throw you off your game, dude.
Yeah, you can definitely step in. But that's where the influencers came in. There was that really wasn't a thing yet. So what I did is started reaching out to bloggers and like military wives in these tight communities. That is a really tight thing. So I just started telling people, you know, hey, this is what we're doing. We've set up this thing. We watched Obama or Michelle Obama on Oprah, and we came up with this idea called Count on Me. We're going to do a cut, style, and shampoo just to give back to the military wives, thank them for holding down the fort, pamper them, make them feel good about themselves, because a lot of those ladies don't treat themselves, you know, that good. You know, their husbands are gone a lot. They're not making a ton of money to be able to spoil themselves at salons and whatnot. So I would reach out via Facebook Messenger, tell these people these good vibes, what we're going to do, and then they would share it on their page. And as soon as they started sharing it on the page, I'd have a page maybe with like 10,000 followers that this military wife blogger would do. And then we'd get 200 or 300 likes and 200 or 300 more likes. And all of a sudden, my sister got her first, you know, a free cut, style, and shampoo. And it was great. Take pictures, Megan. We're going to post them on Facebook. We're going to share it. We're going to generate comments. And then next thing you know, 3 or 4 weeks in, it's just not one a week. They're lining up at the door. It's one, you know, we're going to do it once a day, you know, give, then ask type of thing. And this is 10 years before I even heard that stuff, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. It's just, it's a kind of a long-winded story, man, but it, I don't even know how to keep up with it and keep going.
I think that's good, because I think a lot of people, they don't understand like what it takes to do that, or they don't think that it can be done.
Oh, it can pull. You don't want to say pull on the heartstrings, but it's what it was. We were really doing something to grow a business, but we were giving it away for free. And then what we were doing really was we were taking butts and putting them in her seat, giving them something for free, and allowing my sister the opportunity to show off her skills and build a relationship. And if she could get the butts in the seats, that's what she was missing from the gate or out of the get-go. You know, she was missing people in her chair to get the bats. Yeah. Just we got people in the chair for her to make a relationship with.
Right.
Then they went back. Oh, you got your hair done. Yeah. This girl did it for free. Oh, did she? I want to sign up.
You got to get your hair did, girl.
Yeah. And we did it one time, you know, and if you come back after that, you were a paying customer, but it gave her the opportunity, and it blew up to like 1,500 followers on the page.
Wow.
But for one stylist, I mean, that's a career, you know?
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, it's an absolute career.
The Count on Me page had 1,500 followers.
Yeah. I was reaching out to local newspapers, like the local news station for like a hometown heroes type of deal. I reached out to the Fort Bragg newspaper, and they're the one that came. They said that capital CUT is a nod at what they're offering. You know, sort of like a slight little nod at what the Count on Me was about. It was pretty epic, and it was so exciting whenever you're building it and you have that person share. I was calling military wide radio shows, telling them what we were doing, and
yeah, dude,
it really took off, and I was such a part of it. I never really like met the first wife, but I did all the behind the scenes, all the Facebook, all the posting of the pictures, all of the daily post. It got so big and so like deep, you know, that I reached out to Fort Benning, Georgia, and picked up the phone book. I didn't know no stylist in Fort Benning, Georgia. I picked up the phone book, found like Trisha's salon, and whoever answered the phone, I gave them a sales pitch on how I could grow their business while they could give back to the community and be a superstar. Signed up, did the same thing there.
Oh,
took it to Fort Hood, Texas. Didn't know anybody in Fort Hood, Texas. I'm going to call Sheila's today. Whoever answers the phone, sold them on it. Took it to Fort Hood, Texas. Took it to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. I mean, we were growing, but then I realized like, I'm not monetizing this. Like And it was a lot of work. I was teaching these girls how to run their Facebook page and how to like launch their hairstylist career in these military towns. And I had a proven method to be able to do it.
That's money, dude.
It was crazy. But
That's
then it got to be too much. And if the girl that ran it didn't take care of it, it kind of would tarnish the name, and it doesn't run itself. You know?
right. It doesn't have that Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week, dude.
No.
What's the deal? I never saw that you brought it to Minnesota. I don't know what the deal is with that, dude.
Oh no. Well, military towns in Minnesota?
That's Fort Snelling.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, not really, I guess. Yeah. But so, I mean, anyway, taking a step back, so you started this page. Count on me. You weren't running any ads.
Zero.
You basically were just reaching out to people on Facebook
Messenger.
Facebook Messenger that had a following.
Yep.
So what we call today is KOLs, key opinion leaders.
Yep.
Or influencers, but
yeah.
that wasn't around 10 years ago. And grew that page organically to 1,500 followers.
And a lot of people think you're nobody if you don't have like 20,000 or 30,000 or 1 million. And it all depends on what your goals are. Like, if you're a single hairstylist, like she had more likes on her page than the salon had on their page.
Right, for sure.
These are her clients. Like, this is her audience, and 1,500 is more than enough.
For sure, dude. For sure. I mean, I think that's the thing that people don't realize is like, whatever you're in, business, education, I would even consider education a business, right? You got to have enrollment. It all comes down to your database, right? You got to feed your database every day by putting 3 to 5 new people in there. Shit, you have a hairstylist that has a database of 1,500 followers.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's not just a database. These are people that follow the page, that interact with her and engage. I mean, that's so much better and deeper than a database.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge, dude.
Yeah. And like we weren't even thinking, but that she didn't give products away for free, and that was like a profit source for her. So even though she did give away the time, I mean, that's basically all she really gave away was her time. As soon as that person walked in, make them feel good about themselves, but they might leave and buy a bottle of shampoo, or they might leave and buy that little thing that she got credit for. So it wasn't like, I mean, that wasn't the end goal. The end goal was to make the person feel good about themselves, build a relationship, and maybe they'll go back and tell somebody else. That was just a bonus.
Right. For sure. So, I mean, how did that work though with actually getting someone? I mean, would you have these military wives like fill out their info and then you would draw one of them once per week and they would get it cut on Friday? Or what did the logistics or operations look like on that end? Or was it literally every military wife got a free haircut?
No, it was, you kind of had to,
I mean,
it was just ran through Facebook. We figured out a way to manage it. And at first it was just like the first one who said yes got to come in. And then the second one got to come in. And then next thing you know, she's got her appointment book. And as the direct messages came through, she would pull out her appointment book and she would start setting them, once, one a day. And there was even days where I'm sure she did 2 or 3 in a day, just because when you're doing something good, you're feeling good, things are working, and, like you're successful, whether you're making money or not, you're in a good ass mood when you're putting a smile on all these people's faces and what you're doing is working.
Right. So. For sure, man. And I guess how does that work for a hairstylist in terms of, and maybe you don't know the answer to this. Maybe this is something that doesn't see the light of day on the podcast, but when someone comes in, I guess, or that hairstylist, your sister, she's just paying to rent the chair, right? She's got to pay that salon owner, however much, a booth rental.
Yeah, booth rent's what they call it.
So, I mean, if you're doing good in the community and cutting someone's hair for free, I mean, obviously you're giving up your time, you're donating your time, but did did your sister also have to pay for like the shampoo or conditioner, or
Yeah.
maybe you don't?
Yeah. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
she also
Yeah. She bit the bullet on that, but it was one of those things. It's like, she wasn't paying for Facebook ads to get people in. Really, I guess the money that she wasn't paying for Facebook ads, she was putting into shampoo.
into product
Yeah. Into
to cut
product. Yeah.
someone's hair,
Yep.
which, I mean, again, it's all. I mean, it's all karma, right, man? I mean, it's that shit all comes back to you tenfold,
Yeah.
and I mean, not only that, it's just also what I would call like the cost of client acquisition. That's
It's that, Gary Vaynerchuk, I always go back to him, like, that jab, jab,
gosh,
jab, right hook. It was
gosh
like,
dang it, Gary. Can we do one
dude,
fucking episode where we don't talk about him?
we're believers, it's the jab, 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 right hook. She was giving, giving, giving. And there really was never an ask, but I guess there was that her ask was, would you, tell somebody about me, or would you like to make another appointment?
Right,
Come back in 6 weeks or whatever it would be. Like,
right.
she was given value away for free,
So, do you know like what kind of like what that conversion looked like between like she cut Sally's hair for free, what the likelihood of Sally doing another appointment with her in 6 weeks and actually paying full
like
price? Do you know what that was?
statistics. No, I don't know what the stats were. And
I
and, and that's part of like what I told you was kind of the peak, right? So we went from idea to implementation to having success to growing to different places to one of the stylists getting pregnant and leaving. Okay, well, I had already sort of passed that one on. So that one, whenever she got pregnant and she left, that one faded. All right. Then Fort Hood, that kind of she just kind of faded. Like I can't touch these people to keep them motivated, to keep them active, to stay on top of them. You have to sort of let them go. And even with my own sister in Fort Bragg, she's an hour down the road. She still has 1,500 followers on her Facebook page. But when's the last time she posted on Facebook to her page, to her audience? She had their attention and she got comfortable. Oh well, I'm pretty booked. And then she just let it slide. And the Facebook page now is kind of stagnant. It's
right,
sitting there, but it's just underutilized.
right.
Takes
Well,
work.
well, and now I almost wonder with like how the game of Facebook has changed. Even if she was doing what she was doing, I mean, obviously she would have, I believe, would have had the same success because she would have been engaging with their audience. But I do feel like Facebook and their different algorithms, they don't show it as much anymore. So would she have to spend some money on those followers to actually see it? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think if you have a page and people like your page directly, they're gonna get your content. Now, if you were linking out to a personal website and sharing those links, now I think that is affected. Like they're not going to share outside links. Like if you go to Facebook and you share a YouTube video, well, if you just share it straight to YouTube, you're going to get a ton more views on that than if you share the YouTube link. They're going to sort of bog that down because they want you to stay on their site versus pushing you out of Facebook to another site.
Right.
But if you hit the like button on, say, the Count on Me page, well, they're going to be in your feed as long as it's just a organic like post by the person. And I think it would have still kept growing if she would have kept up with it. First off, just simply just posted and provided value. Like I've talked to her about doing videos, but still doing pictures, just giving thanks, supporting the holidays, just putting those just everyday messages out there because you can do it on your cell phone. It's like you don't have to sit behind a desk and get ready for the day to do it.
Right.
Just knock it out.
This is the tool right here.
And just this, as far as growing the page, like that may have changed with all those algorithms and stuff. I'm not, totally up to speed on that, but just the sheer word of mouth, that's what kept that page growing. It was these military wives had these communities where they would stick together. Like the husbands get deployed, they have the the wife meetings or the it's not just husbands that get deployed, but we're talking about their wives, I guess, that are staying at home. They would
Right.
get together and they would all chit chat, and that's where a lot of that growth came from, was uh, getting into those communities. So
Yeah.
there was still a chance, and I've tried to give it to somebody else. Like, if you're done with it, let me know, because there's a lot of value here, and I can go give it to Sandra at this
Right.
other salon, and she would be so excited to have it. We could be a change maker in her life and her career. And I'll start posting, Steve. I'll start posting. Well, then I don't take it away. But whenever I did take it away one time, phone rang immediately. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't do that to me, big
But
bro.
but why not? Like, you're not taking advantage of it. Let's go help out Sally or Sandra, the hairstylist that's struggling.
Right. That doesn't have
Yeah,
asses in the
let's give
seat.
it to her, man. Just
Right.
teach her.
Because so I mean, obviously your sister right now, I mean, she's still a hairstylist,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I mean, she's just busy beyond belief.
No, not busy beyond belief. Busy, comfortable.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
working her schedule. She's fine and content. So
Yeah. I and I guess I don't know what to say to that. I was going to say there's nothing wrong with that, because I think there's a lot of us like that. We just
oh yeah,
we do what's comfortable, and we kind of get into that habit.
yeah, yeah. Same people I know that say, like, you got friends that make $1 million a year miserable, and the guy that makes $32,000 a year is happy as hell, living the
Right.
good life. So if,
Right.
if if you're happy and you're satisfied, do you, bro?
Right. Right. Do you?
But I had thought about that. Count on me, man. Like, bottom of shampoo bottle. Like, it's kind of like before those shoes came out, where if you buy a pair, they give a pair.
Yeah.
Well, if you bought a bottle of shampoo that had the Count on Me logo, like X percentage of the sale went to this community that supported military wives. I was thinking about a whole freaking bottle of shampoo that was just branded with Count on Me, and starting a shampoo line. Like, I was trying to think of it.
I like it, dude.
But there are ways, man, and it takes patience. It takes work. It takes thinking out of the box. It takes freaking putting yourself out there, reaching out to people. You can't do it by yourself. It's gonna take others. Whether it's just messaging them, it's phone calls, it's emails. Like, if you reach out on the DM to 100 people with this idea, 3 of them are gonna say yes.
Right. How many people did you have to reach out to?
Not. I had a very high success rate.
Yeah.
It's all about the story. We were doing good, and it's something that they saw value in and they could get behind, and they would tell their people about.
Yeah. That's super cool, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, that page still has 1,500 followers that basically
Yeah.
your sister's not doing too much with, but
Yeah. I've tried to change the name a couple of times, sort of switch from this type of group to this type of group, or change the name a little bit to sort of, since those people were there, to that I could have access to them and keep the content going. But
yeah.
I think it's once it's set, it's pretty set in stone. So it's hers to let die. I've done all I can do.
That's super crazy, dude. I mean, I wish my business page had 1,500 followers.
Oh, sure.
I wish my page had, even 100 loyal followers, 200 loyal followers.
Yep.
I mean, how you ever think about that? I mean, how let me just put you on the spot real quick, big dog, before I let you off the hook and let you go to bed, let you unwind. Like, how does a real estate agent do that? Do the Count on Me concept? I mean, obviously, I think the first thing is, like, your intentions have to be good, right? You have to do it because you want to be able to give back to the community and help out, right?
Yeah, you have to feel good about it. Like,
yeah,
you have to be proud of what you were doing.
Yeah, and because it's not just about, like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing to help my business and make more money. You know what I mean? Like, it's like
I'm gonna do this thing to impact people's lives, or impact a community, or change lives, or change a community. And like it's bigger than, to help my business grow.
Right, for sure. And I'm all about that. I think that's awesome. So how does someone that's not in a hairstylist role or what have you um, implement something like that for whether it be, real estate, a mortgage broker, an insurance agent, a chiropractor. Well, I guess the chiropractor could do, that concept with free adjustments. Anyways, I'll shut up. I'm curious what the heavy hitter has to say about that.
I'd say give it away for free. You know, you instead of, looking for your client, if you're looking for people that are buying a house, and you have to go through that, like, what's a real estate agent take, 5% or 6% or something like that?
It all depends, and it depends on the state, but I would say, like, your average commissions nowadays are anywhere from 5% to 7%, but now that is split between, the two different agents. And it's always, what people don't realize, it's always the seller that is paying that commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would do that for free. I would take like X amount of clients per month, and I would be their real estate agent just like they were a paying customer, and I would do it for free. And just the positive impact you're going to have with help, and maybe it's somebody from a low income community, or somebody that's less fortunate, where that 5%, instead of paying it to you, can really make an impact and a difference in their lives. And or if it's somebody from a bad credit situation that's going to need that help, that doesn't know the market, just give it to them for free, and talk about what you're doing. And they're going to talk about it. And whenever they talk about it, you help somebody again, and hopefully a buzz is created, or you feel good. And, that would be my initial thought, like finding that, like, military niche that we were able to tap into. I don't know how you tap into or how you find that niche, besides, like, I'm thinking low income, or bad credit, or something along those lines. Or maybe it's families that are relocating. And you have to find a way to find those families that are relocating to your area, and just offer your services up for free, because nobody else is doing it. And it's a way for you to stand out. Like, if they're picking Johnny Agent to be their agent, and everybody's charging 5 and 6%, and you're like, I won't charge you a damn penny. I just want your business. I want to prove you how good I am, so you tell your freaking friends. Period. Will it work? I don't know, but who cares? You're going to give away a few hours worth of work here and there.
Right.
I don't know what the process is of being a real estate agent either. So I don't know if what I'm talking about is going to take you 24 hours of time given away. I just don't know.
Yeah. And that can all depend on, I mean, that's all individual, and it really depends on, I mean, the biggest thing right now is there's tons of multiple offers. It's, at least where I'm at in Minnesota. I would say if you're in that $250,000 price range and under, things are just flying off the shelf. So I guess one of my goals from doing this podcast was I didn't want to hold anything back at all, because I thought it would be a good idea. I absolutely love that idea, with the caveat on it. If I were to do it, I wouldn't do it in that price point under 250, because selfishly, I guess, I don't want to be wheeling people around in that area, missing out on, on a bunch of offers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think within like a certain price point, I think that's a very good idea. And obviously, like, what the fuck do I care? Because I'm not making a dime anyway,
You find the, like, for an agent, you find the influencer that's moving to your community, or moving from house to house. And all agents want their business, because they're going to go buy that $4 million house. And you know what the commission is on 400 million for that, or 4 million for that agent? But you tell them, I want you to be my client so bad, I'm going to do it for free.
I'm going to do it for free.
Yeah. And then you get, I don't know who a famous person is in your area, but, like, that's you're his agent all of a sudden. And next thing you know, you're taking pictures with him on Instagram because you're his client. or he's your client, you know, and it's free to him. They don't know. Like, you offered him value in exchange for his social media influence, which then people see you as his agent. Well, your phone's gonna start ringing. That's the better angle, for sure. It doesn't have that feel good piece to it, but it works for today's market and growing a real estate business.
Right.
You know, and
I like both. I like both those ideas, dude. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, you can sit here and ponder shit all day, every day, but until you take action on it, you don't know if it's going to work. And I guarantee you, if your intentions are right, that shit's going to work. That's like this is a free podcast, but that shit that's like life-changing shit right there.
It's like that, dropping it in the DM, man. You're in Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Yep.
And you find your DJ is Wiz Khalifa's DJ is your DJ Quad, is that right?
DJ Bonix.
Yeah, DJ Bonix. I want you to know that I'm a real estate agent, and if you ever move within the Twin Cities, I'm gonna be your agent. I'm not gonna charge you a damn penny. Just gonna give it to you, bro, because I love you that much. And he's gonna get that value from you, and you're gonna get that value right back from him. But if you did that to, you know, the other radio DJs or this morning news anchor or this guy and this guy and this guy, you offer that up to 10 or 20 or 30 people on the DM, maybe you'll get your shot. And maybe that's the piece that catapults your career.
Right.
You know?
So, and I guess that's the only thing is I love that idea. And just from the standpoint of not because I see dollar signs, I don't have commission breath. I really like that idea. My question is, if you were to focus on, you know, military families or police officers and EMTs or nurses or what have you, let's just say military families or nurses, how do you how do you control it so you don't get into a rut where you're just doing nothing but free work? Because a brother's got to eat too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's when you limit it. You limit it to X amount per, like with hair salons. I mean, they were in your seat for an hour and a half, you know, that's different. So maybe you do, you know, one a quarter, you know, you just have to find out what works for you. You got to try, you got to do the first one, then figure it out from there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
That's money right there, right?
Yeah. Got to do it. You know,
got to do it and do it and do it.
You're going to make mistakes are going to happen, you know, but then what are you going to do whenever you make that mistake? You're going to learn from it. Then you're going to keep on.
And you're going to do it.
Yep.
What if you have to start all over?
You got to keep on doing it, man.
You really got to do it.
Yeah. You got to do it till the job gets done.
What was his name? Art?
Yeah.
Art
something. He's good. Look up, just go to YouTube, type in Art and Do It speech.
Do It speech.
And just listen to the whole thing, man. It'll get you pumped up for the day.
I like it, dude. Well, hey man, it's 10:21 Central Time, 11:21 Eastern Time.
I kept about 20 minutes over.
Yeah, we only went about 20 minutes over. Shit. I'm gonna have to start paying you for your time, dude.
You were talking about these short podcast pieces, but you know, we just gotta let it go, let it flow, you know.
You gotta let it flow its course, right?
Yeah.
Run its course. But see, dude, I mean, don't you feel like we're gonna end here soon? But that had to be recorded, dude. That's like,
oh yeah.
And now it's better to have recorded it and other people can hear it.
I've told that story, I bet 100 times, man. Yeah, I got a couple stories like that I sort of keep in my back pocket for like sales and stuff like that. Or yeah, like with my magazine, I tell this story about why I moved to Cary. And I can take you back to the day in 1996 when I was watching a basketball game and traveled from Fayetteville to Cary, and I saw this beautiful town. I can tell you the story tit for tat the same time, or the same exact way 100 times. But it's all about stories, you know. Have stories and share your stories, and
life is about stories.
Yeah. Well, Josh, I'm gonna go ahead and tell these people where they can find us at on social media. All right. You can find us on iTunes. If you would hit the subscribe button or give us a rating on what you think. Be totally honest. 5 stars is fantastic. 3 stars is, is an effort when we appreciate it. You can find me on most social media sites at Lopercon. That's LOPERCHAUN. And Josh, if you want to hit up your Twitter or Instagram or anything like that, now's a good time.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to hit me up, my name is Josh Johnson, the Savage with Remax Results, the pro team. And you can hit me up at Selling Minnesota on Twitter, Instagram, all the social media channels. I'll be soon coming to Twitch. I don't know for what. Maybe it'll be Fortnite against the Lopercon, but
that'd be sweet.
We'll have to see.
We'll figure it out.
But, right. Hey, Steve, thank you so much. Lopercon, I really appreciate it, dude. I feel like that was something that had to get out there. I really do.
Cool. Well, I look forward to tomorrow, man, when we get back on the mics again and we go at it with some other cool topic. And if you guys listening, if anybody's listening and you have a topic you would like us to touch on, just find us on social media. Let us know some way, shape, or form, whether it's on YouTube where you can find us. We're on Anchor. Again, most places where podcasts can be found, you can find us. So that's it for me, man.
Right out. Heavy hitters out.
Heavy hitters.
We'll see you
brother.
Later.